Hello, listener. Welcome to Azara's Fist, an amateurish production. We thank you for beginning your journey with us. Our story begins right in the thick of the action as the party takes on a terrible illithid plot deep in the heart of Three Rivers. That's right, that's where we're starting. If you'd like to learn more about the players, the characters, and the beginning of our story, please listen to episode 0 on the podcast feed or on our Patreon at patreon.com/amateurishproductions. In this game, as in all our games, the players at the table are utilizing various safety tools to ensure we all have a great time. We encourage you to use the safety tools at your disposal while listening as well. Content warnings for this episode can be found in the episode description.
Flashes of arcane magic blast off the walls and the pillars throughout the chamber, clattering of steel against steel and the unmistakable squelching sounds of swords being driven into flesh fill the air. Amidst the chaos, we see strange creatures with tentacled faces falling to the ground, some of them burned by magic, some of them literally cut in half. And amidst all this chaos, we find the would-be heroes of the realm carving their way through mind flayers, nothics, and henchmen for this apparent underground organization. And as we look at this room right now, Ved, go ahead and describe what is happening.
As we enter into this battle, Ved is looking around this room, and I think what Ved's going to do is Ved's going to look down at the ring that Azara gave them and give it a little kiss, and then slam it into the ground as hard as possible. And I'll release in that moment a radius effect, a 40-foot diameter radius effect in the room that will force them to relive every negative emotion that they will ever have.
That's day one, folks. What do they look like as this is happening? What did they look like? And then what does it look like as this energy is released?
I think where I impacted, there's a small cymatic pattern. But other than that, I don't know that it really looks like anything externally. They just kind of clutch their heads or freeze or start crying or whatever emotional response or physiological response you would have to feeling all your feelings for all time.
So you see a handful of humanoid henchmen of these mind flayers, not even thralls. They don't appear to be mind controlled. They appear to be acting of their own volition. And you see them all at the same time begin gripping their heads and like clawing at their heads a little bit as they are kind of stunned in this moment and are unable to perceive things going on around them as they are racked with psionic energy. Then you see also in the like coming into the room these clawed creatures with a single large eye in the middle of their face, and they are kind of running into the room towards you. And as this happens, 2 of their heads explode and 2 of them are also debilitated by this magic. From there, Biatrice.
The first thing that Biatrice is going to do is reach back behind us towards the mind flayers that we had already dealt with, and one of their bodies sort of begins to writhe and twist, and a spectral form of the mind flayer appears out of it. Between myself and this spectral mind flayer, we're just going to begin cutting down as many enemies as we can, using my dueling cane pact weapon and the mind flayer's tentacles.
Excellent. So as you command this accursed specter to almost latch on in the same way that it would if it were trying to eat a brain, just to steady someone, and then a little blade comes out of your sword cane and you slash across this person's throat, and they are just eviscerated, and then they are released and they fall to the floor. And you start, putting in work on yet another with this accursed specter as you cut through these people. And that is going to be Kaelis.
Seeing what's left, Kaelis is going to pick 2 people that are like closest to each other, and is going to run at them at full speed. And upon reaching them, I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar, and tentacles are going to burst forth from my body just in the most disgusting way you can imagine.
We're the worst.
Are we the bad guys?
Maybe. We were just normie people that got blessed with sudden power, you know? So I'm sure that has no consequences. So these tentacles burst forth from Kaelis's chest and back and, you know, from the sides of their chest. They are at a scale that is sort of incomprehensible for how small they appear right now. Like, not all that can come from that. And yet, it does, and proceeds to pick up these two people with these tentacles and just begins to smash them against each other. Not unlike a child playing with dolls would have their dolls beat each other up.
This isn't the first time we're seeing each other in combat, really, right?
Yeah, it is.
And after they are sufficiently smashed, the tentacles just like throw them down on the ground, like with force.
Incredible.
To the point that they almost bounce a little bit before these tentacles just like back into Kaelis's body.
They would bounce were it not for the fact that they pulp onto the floor.
Just with a wet squelching.
Just just not a pleasant sound or sight for anyone who's paying attention. Luckily, the other three of you are somewhat preoccupied with the things that you're doing, but there are one or two of these guys that are still like alive and looking at what's going on and like realize in this moment that they are dead. They aren't yet, but they are dead and are going to try and, you know, take some of you with them. But before they can do any of that, Buckley, basically two people left.
Amazing. Buck is going to sort of find himself a central location, do a quick assessment of how his compatriots are doing, and seeing that they are just absolutely thrashing the people around them, he's going to sort of square up with the other two, run through the first person, and as he does, just ignite him with a 4th level smite, and as he does, his eyes glow, and the weapon sort of bursts with radiant energy in the person's stomach, sort of like ripping them open from the inside. And then he's going to continue in full armor to barrel into the next person and place that person between his shield and the wall and slam into them and just pop them like a zit.
We're just competing for who has the grossest description to start the show.
I want to retcon mine. No, I'm just kidding.
Go again.
The next 3 hours is us just vamping. Incredible.
You wanted yes and? Well, yes and the worst thing you've ever heard.
Yes. And as Buckley is, first of all, just almost just kind of gently pushes his sword through this first person, and then an explosion of divine energy occurs. And then you see the last guy up against the wall who's kind of backing up, and you're just like, okay, make it easy for me. And just shoulder charge and red mist, just absolutely pink misted against the side of the wall as this individual is gone. Things quiet down for a moment here in this room. You can't imagine that this was quiet, and you know there's a lot more going on out here, but you do have just a moment to think and collect yourselves.
Is everybody okay? Any scratches? Any wounds? What's going on?
Let me double check my character sheet. Do I have any scratches? Yeah, I do. I am indeed wounded. I'm pretty okay. I'll be fine.
I'm the most wounded I've ever been.
I think I may also be the most wounded I've ever been.
I mean, I can heal you guys up real quick. You all right?
I'm all right.
At this moment, Kaelis turns around to look at all of you after having just, beat the shit out of these people. Just having the best day, honestly. Like, the expression that is on Kaelis' face, truly, this is, like, the coolest thing that's ever happened. There is no concern for the consequences in this moment whatsoever. Just looks around and, like, covered in, like, blood and sweat and just grinning so wide. I'm good. Yeah, just a little bit wrong, a little off. I feel awesome.
Just like slightly fey, extra large smile, just little uncanny valley.
I'm gonna walk over and just sort of like toe the one of the bodies that Kaelis just like pulverized and be like, that's a cool trick,
Right?
You know, when I cast my spell and 2 of their heads exploded, I was like, oh no, my new friends are gonna think I'm it's really nice to meet you guys. Kaelis, do you want me to clean you?
Well, I mean,
Just for the purposes of like stealth.
you're right, for stealth purposes.
And I'll prestidigitation you, and it's like a screen wipe transition. It's just like, and then at the bottom, there's just a pile of
Just some viscera that's been like squeegeed off of Kaelis' body.
These are just sloughs
Yeah,
off of it.
exactly.
Yeah, just
Kaelis looks up at you. It's nice to meet you, Ed. I like you a lot.
I like you too, Kaelis. It's nice to meet all of
Yeah, I like all of you.
You're all pretty cool. Hey,
I'm getting a little bit of a shakeout back rub from my specter.
hey, B, is that are they just gonna be hanging out now? Are they just
You know,
haven't
he'll
named, or-
be here until we honestly probably until we go to sleep. But he's around for a bit at least. Should we name him?
I mean, you tell me. He's your shadow demon.
Theodore.
I like it. I like it.
about-
All right. Okay. This is Teddy.
Okay. Yeah.
Eddie.
Teddy.
Buck just
And
looks a
Teddy's
little
just like
confused.
fully like blank-eyed, lifeless, nothing going on.
I love the context of like knowing about like your brothers and your family. Everyone has like a diminutive name, so changing Theodore to Teddy
Teddy.
instantly. That's choice.
And Buck's like, what the hell? I thought we said Theodore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Just looks a little, just like slightly downtrodden.
This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So it's honestly pretty cool. I didn't know that I could make one of these, and can I do it again? I think I'm going to try to raise up one of the other dead spirits.
Yeah, like if you try to use that ability again, like essentially one goes down and another comes up. It's like whack-a-mole.
Theodore, no.
No, I'm bringing Teddy back. Teddy and I, we're good. We're good.
I'm bringing Teddy back. Sorry.
Bed's gonna be like kneeling where original Teddy was.
Is he okay?
He's
Teddy? Oh, he's super dead.
But he always was
He's
dead.
as okay as
so
he
it's not
was
like that's a new
before.
revelation. At least that's my understanding.
Well, I mean, he wasn't always dead. He was dead when we killed him like 10 minutes ago.
Right.
But
Buck's just his head is just cocked to one side, staring at you guys like, I truly am at a loss.
It doesn't help that it was like 45 seconds ago and B's talking about it being 10 minutes. So your concept of time in the
Which was
situation
never
is
good.
right, exactly.
I mean, it was a session ago, okay? It feels like it was at least 3 or 4 months.
Kaelis is gonna walk over, seeing Buck look confused, and just like comfortingly ruffle your hair, knowing that usually like kind of factory resets your emotions in that moment.
It does. He's like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Teddy's fine. It's cool.
Okay. Okay. good.
Could we do?
Yeah.
Does anyone have like? Do I have? Who? Let me see. I do got.
Wow, you're really
I
leaning
do
into
got-
this accent.
I do got minor illusion. I was gonna say, could I minor illusion over top of the specter to make it look like a more corporeal mind flayer?
Interesting. Minor
fun.
illusion. I mean, let's see.
Because there already is
the
like
whole
the.
it's the whole aspect of like cantrips like minor illusion don't get better as you level up, which I find kind of annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, only damage cantrips get help. So I think I'm taking a risk here because I'm putting something into the world that might come back to bite me in the ass depending on how you guys use it. I think I'm going to allow that in this case.
Okay. Sweet. I just figure if we're gonna run into any other mind flayers, it might be good to have one of our own. You know, I mean, he can't really talk and he can't really do mind flayer shit, but who knows? Maybe they'll just see him from a distance and be like, "Cool, go through." You know.
Speaking of,
Looks like
what
a
is
mind
everyone's
flayer if you
passive
squint
perception?
from 20 feet.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna be really. They really need glasses,
Right.
so they think this is their buddy, you know.
You hear just like a rattling of something getting knocked over in the room. So this came in from the big cavern, was where you entered through. There's another kind of door in the back, just a large wooden door, and you hear kind of some clamoring back beyond that.
Does it sound like bad clattering or good clattering?
It feels like make an insight check.
Okay. First roll.
It feels like make an insight check.
As
I'm also gonna get in on that.
I mean, I got a dirty 20, so I think that's probably not the worst I could have rolled.
And I got a 21.
Wow,
beating
just got
me
a
out by
one-up.
one on
Just
everything.
Just by one.
Incredible. As you kind of like gear into this sound that you hear in the other room really quick, it sounds like someone made a sudden movement and then knocked something over, but you don't know necessarily what's going on back there.
I think as I cock my head and I'm listening, I identify that B is doing the same thing. And so I imagine that as we're both trying to like suss this out, we're just like looking at each other like, did you? Yeah.
Can I send my mind flayer into the other room?
Yeah, it goes to like try to open the door for you and just can't.
Fair enough. All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna throw the door open. I'm curious. I gotta know what's going on.
There's like a very short hallway leading into another similarly sized, maybe slightly smaller chamber than the one you're in now.
Do I see anything? Anyone? Any?
You see like a knocked over crate, like something that's clearly been moved recently, and it would be reasonable to think that that's where that sound came from. You don't see any like people or creatures.
All right. If I move towards the crate, the area where the crate was knocked over, is there anything else I can discern around what might have created that sound?
It's tough to like, because you entered this space with nothing in it except for that knocked over crate. So are all of you moving into this space?
if I see B
I'm
going through,
pretty close behind B.
I'm gonna be like literally right next to her.
I will bring up the rear.
Cool.
Nice.
As you are looking through this space, you see crates. There's chests that have, some amount of coin in them. You see a number of crates with different markings on them. Markings you don't recognize right away, but then you actually start to see on some of the boxes a very familiar seal. And you recognize markings of your family.
Ah, interesting. And would I recognize the boxes themselves if I have been involved in
I don't
familial
think you
dealings?
deal with that part of the business. I think that's the grunt work stuff that's left to your brothers and
Okay.
their lackeys and whatnot. I think you deal with much more important shit than that.
If I see my family's stealing things, I feel entirely entitled to start rummaging through, opening up, investigating what's inside.
Yeah, you start rummaging through and the rest of you see this. Ved, you immediately pick up on a lot of these crates are filled with spell and alchemical components, things that are not themselves potent or magical by any means, but some of these things are like rare spell components that would be required for doing certain kinds of magic and things like that. But there's lots of money in this room and most of it is not coin. Kaelis, go ahead and make a history check for me. I think you make it with advantage.
That's good because I'm pretty bad at that.
Can I give Kaelis assistance?
You have historian, don't you?
Yeah.
Kaelis, you get whatever you rolled +6.
Okay.
And you still get advantage.
Okay, so it's going to be either 18 or 18. It's supposed to be 18.
So on an 18, this was not that long ago. You know what you were writing off of lists for. Like you recognize items here, and you may even recognize some of the crates are numbered.
Right.
You may even recognize inventory that you have removed specifically from the ledgers of the Sanguinarians.
Ah, interesting.
Is the implication of that this was stolen from my family, or is the implication of that my family didn't want it to be known that this was
I don't think you know. I think Kaelis might have an idea.
The latter.
I don't think
Yeah.
you would know necessarily what was being done that would require things to be removed from the ledger. I mean, you have ledgers at home that you would have been working from.
I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that from my perspective, it was incredibly important to document everything and to make sure that we had tracking for every, like if a pencil left the house, we needed to know about it.
Right. And I think between the two of you, you might realize that these were things that, Kaelis, you can decide how much of this you let out, but you specifically know that you were removing some of these items from the Sanguinetti ledgers. In other words, that other members of the family might not see them.
Realizing this, I don't think the first thought I'm going to have is, oh, how is this emotionally going to affect B's need to organize the shipments, you know? And I
just like compulsively editing ledger,
right?
Like,
so I think Kaelis' first thought is not of anything like that, but just, well, it's here, no one's coming for it, and I know what's in here. So as soon as I realize what this is, like whatever spell component I can think of that's hard to come by that I know is in one of these crates, once I recognize the order, I'm going to find a crate that I'm looking for that I know has something that I want in it, and I'm just going to go and grab that spell component. But the way I'm doing it, if anyone were watching me do it, you would know that I know where I'm going and what I'm looking for, right?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
If you want to say that I get to just say...
yeah, something that's worth 10 million gold.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, what kind of spells would you be trying to cast with said component, and therefore...
I mean, let me grab some for you. Pieces of eggshell feels a little...
easier to come by.
Minimalist. So here we go. This is a big one. A pickled tentacle and an eyeball in a platinum inlaid vial, worth at least 400.
Yeah, is that something that would be like a consumable, or is it just something you need?
I don't think it's actually consumed.
So it'd be something that you don't find a ton of, but maybe there's like a smaller box of things that you find where there's some of these vials, these platinum vials. And it might not be the full component, but the vials themselves, you find almost like CO2 canisters in the little box of these vials that could hold something like that.
I know exactly where I'm
ISI.
going, basically.
Hey, Kaelis, you've worked with this before then. The shipments, you know these?
Well, I know this shipment.
You know the shipment. You wanna give me a little background, because that is a bit confusing.
Which part? Me knowing, or
well, these are my family's, so I'm trying not to,
I guess someone in your family hired me
for.
I just look over at Ved. I'm like, oh, this is tense.
I think they know each other.
Well,
They do know each
basically,
other?
what I do, my job is I revise shipping documents and edit them to lie.
But I mean, to lie to other people, right? Like you didn't revise our internal documentation. We don't do that.
I mean, I did what was brought to me.
What did this documentation look like?
So ledger. So whatever shipment would come in, they would bring me the ledger, and I would change the ledger so that we could hide imports.
Would I be able to discern whether or not this was hiding from the family or hiding from other people?
From your point of view, everything that came in, you should have had a copy of. So if the ledgers are being edited and you didn't know that was part of the flow of things, it would be difficult for someone to have done that without holding actual power in the organization.
Who asked you to do this?
So when we were at your house earlier, there was that, like, I didn't make the connection until I was at your house, because part of maintaining secrecy is not having information you don't want to have.
Can you just tell me who told you to do this?
Johnny.
And how long have you been doing this for?
I mean, I've been doing work for Johnny for a long time, but it's only been, I guess, impacting the paperwork you would see for the past 4-6 months.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry that you had to find out this way.
No, It's fine. It's fine. Just my single living family member is apparently working against the family. That's fine. That's cool. It's good to know.
Lean over to Ved. She seems to be taking this pretty well.
Yeah, although pretty presumptive to think that he's still alive at this point.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Hasn't been going well for her family recently.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough go for this.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna like walk over to the corner and just like take a moment to sort of collect myself and collect my thoughts.
Right.
And at some point, I think I take my packed weapon and just slash through one of the crates and have a bit of a tantrum.
So you slash through one of these crates, and you know that what's in here is by and large spell and alchemy components. And unfortunately, the crate you slash into, it kind of bursts a little bit on the side. And the first thing you notice is the smell, and it's horrendous. And you have sliced into a box of bat guano used to cast the spell fire.
I think at that point, I literally could walk back into the room that we were in previously. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I need to go to bed. I need to have a drink. I need this to just be.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder. And I'm gonna cast command. Breathe.
Do you fail the save?
It's a wisdom DC 19, or you could just choose to fail it.
Yeah, I think I just choose to fail it. I don't think I'm in any kind of place to be psychologically or mentally resisting anything right now.
And then as she's taking these deep breaths, I'm like, it's gonna be okay.
While they're doing that, Kaelis is gonna go over to Ved, and this would be probably pretty quick after B walked away. Go over and be like, "So do you need any cool shit? Because there's a lot of cool shit in this order."
Yeah, I was looking around at all the cool shit.
Yeah.
But while this has been happening, Ved has been their normal thing of walking around the room and touching stuff and like being weird and doddery.
Yeah, as you're walking around this room, there are some of these crates that are open. You have an arcane focus. You don't really need spell components in the same way as like someone doing basic magic would do, or someone who maybe can't afford a fine arcane focus or something like that. But there are some finer components. Anything that you have spell-wise that requires components that are burned in the casting of the spell, consider that not really a need for you at this point. Presuming B doesn't stop you from...
B's in her own little world, having her own little breath moment.
Yeah, and I'm just taking jeweled bowls. Let's go.
Just gem-encrusted goblets and bowls.
I also feel like the stakes have changed so aggressively over the last several sessions that having jewels stolen from my family is like not necessarily my biggest concern at this exact moment in time.
Oh yeah, no, Ved's thought process here is like, oh cool, this is B's stuff and we're on the same team, so I can use this for spells.
What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. I didn't know we got married, Ved.
How many jewel-encrusted bowls do you need?
Good question, honestly.
Actually, they're only taking half of everything, so you actually didn't get married, you got divorced.
I'll pop detect magic if there's anything interesting in her.
Yeah, I think you notice what I said up top, which is that there's nothing in this room that is itself potently magical. Everything here appears to be things that could be turned into magical goods. So ingredients for potions and alchemy and things like that, spell components, as we've discussed. There's nothing here that is on its own imbued with magical power. However, B is like slightly out of the room. Buckley, have you come back into the room at this point?
I want to ask Kaelis a question. I'm going to wander back in and be like, I think she's going to be okay. It's just a bit of a rough moment for her. I do have a question, though. You know what's in these boxes, right?
For the most part, yeah.
More or less?
Not all of them, but yeah, no, we're figuring it out.
Okay. Are there diamonds anywhere?
Yeah, there's diamonds in this box over here.
Kaelis kind of gives Ved a look that's like, you're finding your way around this order really quickly, but doesn't say anything about it.
Oh, there's an inventory list.
Ved found the packing slip with all the box numbers later.
You guys were talking about paperwork, and that made me think there might be paperwork, and then I found this paperwork.
You're so damn smart.
That's really all I got.
I was just
going
working
for
off
me.
memory, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do either of you know how to value these things? It's a rock, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
This one is bigger, so it's worth more than this one, which is smaller.
depends. What is it? What do they look like? Is the big one yellow and cloudy?
Buckley, I feel like you have a question behind these questions.
Well, one, they're just rocks, so what does it matter?
Oh, okay. Well, like, do you mean for magic or do you mean for society?
Yes.
Okay,
Maybe we start with the first one.
magic.
Yeah.
So diamonds specifically have and Bed starts speaking about the meta magical properties of diamonds and why they work. And Ved is learning what they are saying as they are saying it out loud.
Yeah,
They're
you,
like,
you
"Oh,
are
I do."
borrowing knowledge that did not belong to you until very recently from somewhere else in time.
Yeah,
You are borrowing that knowledge from a Ved who knows and understands how that works
exactly.
in the future.
So yeah, I'll talk about like the arcano-mechanical structures of the carbon nanofibers.
Buckley
as
very
far-
quickly glazes over.
Yeah.
But politely sits and listens.
In the midst of this dissertation on the magical properties of diamonds, your detect magic is very close to flickering out, but you hear this rolling sound and you see this silver metallic orb just rolling in from another part of the room.
Sorry, would you describe it as a ball?
It is very ball shaped.
Oh no.
I clock that motherfucker so fast.
I'm going to say no roll necessary. You absolutely clock this and see this roll into the room.
Buckley has alert ball.
Yes.
Alert related to ball.
And stick.
I'm going to run immediately, like dash towards it immediately.
Excellent. So this ball kind of rolls into the room near where you all are, with the exception of B. And as you run up to this ball, you get to it, and then the ball quickly opens up, and there is a little red bead. I need the three of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Can I jump on it and provide advantage to my friends?
I will allow that. I will allow
Okay.
advantage on the roll, and you will fail no matter what.
Okay, works for me.
And we're gonna roll some damage. Oh my god.
I'm just outside hanging out with my mind flayer buddy, having a good time.
You take 39 points of fire damage. What did everybody else grab on that?
Reminder that you guys get a +4 to your saving throws
Ooh, thank you.
for just being near me.
Oh, wow. So I had a natural 20. With my own bonus was a 24. Plus 4 would be a 28.
That
You said +4, so 17.
so the 17 is going to fail, but I'm going to say with what is happening, what I'm going to allow as the benefit of the shield master is that on a fail you are going to take half, even though Buckley takes the full damage, and Kaelis, you will take no damage. But that's 39 and then half to 19 for Ved as this explosion rattles out throughout the room. Everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Including me or not including me?
We're going to say you can do it with disadvantage.
Does she notice the explosion?
Not the explosion. You notice the explosion.
10.
15.
16.
17.
So none of you know where this came from except the direction of it heading out towards the back of this room. So from the entrance where B has just left and is in that room, B, you hear a massive explosion in this room and you're able to react to that.
I think I probably will come running back in, provided I feel that it is safe for me to do so.
It is just the one big boom.
Okay.
This room is kind of like stacks in a storage room. It's almost a little bit maze-like to get through. And then there's just essentially things are elevated off the ground to provide cover from insects, animals, things like that are just on these cases of things on the ground. And so this ball rolled out through further back into the room behind some stacks where you couldn't see.
Buck turns around and looks at the other two and goes, "That was a bad ball," and then runs in the direction that the ball came from.
I was gonna, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. And then I guess I'll just run after him.
Buckley says bad ball. That was a bad ball.
Yeah, I'm worried about where Buck's going.
And then runs in the direction the ball came from. B, in this moment, I'm going to allow you to make a history check.
Is it similar to the one that killed my family?
You didn't see the ball, but you get a flash of thinking of that in your,
Okay,
in your head.
I'll do a history check. Well, the history check would be a nat 1, so...
You're not going to know any more about it, but
okay.
Katie, remembered. That's enough for me to say that B remembered.
Okay, cool. The people that dropped the ball, I remember I was on the ship and I got some information about them. Was there a connection there to the Mind Flayer area, or like a connection there to the whole kind of major thing going on overarching?
Now that B thinks of that in this moment, you're reacting to something, so you do have to move, but you do catch out of the corner of your eye another symbol that resembles the symbols you saw on the ship.
Okay, perfect. All right, yeah, so I think at this point I'm just gonna run after Buckley, because I don't want what happened to my family to happen to anybody else.
So you sprint after Buckley.
I'll vortex warp after Buckley.
So as you are cutting through this maze of boxes, it's not a particularly large room, but they're using the space exceptionally efficiently, so that everything can be accessed based on where you are in the room. You cut through this kind of maze of the room, and in the very back of the room, there's a door, a large stone door that appears to lead into another area, but you also see almost like a jail cell that is closed, and you start to hear a little bit of muttering from that cell.
Hey, did you throw the ball? I get right up in the grill of the door.
You don't get a response. You see a figure hugging their knees, sitting on the ground, rocking back and forth a little and muttering.
Did you say it was dark in there?
It is.
I'll cast light.
You light up that area. B, as you approach, you immediately recognize this person. So do you, Kaelis. B, this is your brother.
Ah, fucking shit.
Wait, Johnny?
Oh, look, he is alive.
Is it locked? Is the cage locked?
Good news.
Interesting that that's the first thing you ask. You can literally just push the cage door open, and then his head shoots up, and he looks like he's seen a ghost.
All right,
I immediately interpose myself between B and this person in the cage.
Buckley,
It's okay, Buckley.
it's okay. I can talk to him. It's fine. I'm gonna sit down next to him in the cage.
I don't know, Johnny. Are we okay with him?
Well, I mean, he tried to kill me, but he is B's brother, so...
So we're not okay with him.
No,
We're trying to okay with him.
no. We're okay with him right now. I'll let you know if it changes.
I'm gonna loom,
Okay.
just staring daggers at him.
He is in this cage in a cold sweat. You can see his skin is pale, a little clammy. There's some moisture there. He looks up at you, eyes dart to you, and then dart back to the floor. No, you're not here. You're not here. You're gone.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder so that he can feel that I am real. And I'm gonna say, Johnny, there's a lot that's been going on, but I'm gonna need you to talk to me and to communicate with me, because I need help. I need help understanding what happened to you, what happened to the rest of the family, why all of this shit is down here. Did you throw that ball?
You don't get a response from that question.
I'm gonna
Right.
walk back out so that I can keep eyes down the halls. It seems like they're okay, so I'm just gonna post up like guard dog.
Kaelis,
What
make
do
a
you-
medicine check,
Yeah,
and Buckley, make a perception check.
that's not good.
Okay,
It's a 6.
This seems familiar to you, but you don't know why.
that's a natural 20 on my perception.
Can I Arcana? I was going to say, can I Arcana or History about this guy?
Make an Arcana check.
19.
So you are unfamiliar with these symptoms of what's going on here. Clearly there's something wrong, but you do, somewhere in the various pasts or futures of your brain, you are able to retrieve the knowledge of what it looks like to go through a Mind Flayer transformation.
Oh,
He's not currently transforming, but he's not having a good time.
mid-transformation, you're saying, just?
Yeah.
He's infected. Yeah. B, your brother's,
Wasn't
Been
supposed to go
infected
down
by
like
the
this.
Mind Flayers.
This wasn't supposed to happen like this. It was supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be easy.
No, he
Kaelis
doesn't look.
steps back.
Something's wrong, but he doesn't look like he's.
it's like,
I mean, there's no
Process.
tentacles. He looks.
No, that vet said it. I
It's-
do.
transformation.
Yeah.
Can we stop it? There's got to be a way to stop it, right?
I've got an idea. You're not gonna like it, but I've got an idea. What if it's like a parasite, like a worm?
Yeah.
Okay, so if he dies, then the parasite doesn't have anything to live on, right?
Buckley.
Wait, just no. Listen. It's. I said you weren't gonna like it, but I could bring him back.
Yes. No, that could work.
Can I do some sort of check to see if that could work?
Yeah, check to see if I think that'll work.
Ved, make an Arcana check. V, make an Insight check.
Insight. Could I make an Arcana check? Because it's better.
You can make both.
Okay. My Arcana is a 25. My Insight is a 10.
On an Insight of 10, you believe that Buckley believes what Buckley is saying. Buckley's not like trying to pull a fast one on you. You believe Buckley believes what you're saying.
Okay.
On a 25, it sounds like a possibility, but the magic to bring someone back from the dead is potent. And you've seen the four of you have very potent magic available to you. You can only assume that based on the way Buckley's has presented itself, that he would have the means to do that, but you know for sure he's never done it before.
Okay. Do I know on that 25, are there other ways to get rid of a parasite?
On that 25, there are certainly spells that could do it on their own.
Would Dispel Magic do it? Oh my god.
You do not think
Okay.
that Dispel Magic would take care of that.
Okay.
It is possible that certain healers could make that happen without kill and revive, but you're not sure exactly what. Ved, what was yours?
Arcana check, natural 20 for 31.
Fuck me. You start to hear B talking out loud essentially about what could we do, what could we do, what could we do. She like hits on a couple of things that you think might sound right, and so you try to again move through your consciousness and pick on threads of different Veds who might have studied this at some point, either now, in the future, or in the past for another version of yourself. And as you pull on that thread, you find exactly the right one, where essentially just a very powerful healing spell or a very powerful restorative ability can essentially just wash it from your system.
He needs big healing. Do you have any idea how long he has?
I mean, literally probably a day.
Yeah.
This is the early stages of symptoms. Day 1, you go clammy, you go blech, gross. Day 2, you're done.
How big?
Like
if you had to put a number on it, I don't know, give or take.
after about 45 minutes of figuring out a system, like 40.
Yeah, Buckley thinks putting a good portion of lay on hands, perhaps 40% of the total amount that you have access to, would probably do the trick.
Cool.
If that's been communicated to me, and if that's something that we're going to try, I do want to possibly, I don't want to like handcuff him or anything, but I would like to restrain him in some way just because of everything that has happened up until now. And it seems like he has been doing some really funky shit on the side. And I don't want him to like jump up and attack us or do some kind of run away. I would like to make sure that we can, even if it's just like closing the cage and making sure that the cage is secure.
You would know that
before
Buckley would need to touch him in order to perform this, but you could close the cage, drag him to the side where the door is, or he could reach through another part of the cage. And
I also don't imagine that he could get by me that easily in a small cage.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is important to you.
I mean, he's literally my only living relative, so yeah, pretty damn important.
All right, I'll take a knee. I am still listening very attentively to anything that I might hear down the halls.
you don't really hear anything other than weird chittering sounds, but nothing that's like unusual for being in a strange cave environment.
Okay. I take a knee then in front of Johnny and I snap my fingers, which is a cool thing that I can now do, which is crazy. I can snap my fingers. Just sit there for a moment, like admiring. And then
yeah, it's cool. With the new 2024 rules, you don't have to use your fingertips. You can snap your fingers.
No, just did not have opposable thumbs and now does.
Just in character. Buck is like, wait, this is cool. I snap my fingers in front of Johnny's face to get his attention, and I point over my shoulder at Kaelis. And I say, I'm gonna fix you. But if you try and hurt my friend, I'll fix you.
Sheesh.
It's just
You
still
understand?
kind of that muttering, like, it wasn't supposed to go down like this. It wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't supposed to happen.
My lay on hands is me putting my hand over his mouth because I'm tired of hearing him say that. And then I'll pump 40 points of healing into him.
Yeah, so as you do that, you see this clammy moisture all over his skin starts to dissolve away. In a very quick moment, he jolts forward and you think he's like trying to attack you for a second, and it's just vomit fucking everywhere.
My hand is still over his mouth. And I just aim it at the floor.
Just like hand over spigot. Just
Yep. Just let it out.
Gross. Yeah, so as that happens, you get the sense he is exhausted and is just very quiet, backs into the corner a little bit, and just sees the people who are around him, sees his like smuggler that he is contracted on multiple occasions to do the shady stuff that he's been caught in the middle of right here, and his sister, and is mortified. And then walking with this very large armored man who has done an incredible amount of healing to him, and then a large elephantine like individual that he has never seen before and has no idea. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna come up next to him and I'm gonna say, Johnny, you're my brother. I love you. You have so much explaining to do, and I'm gonna need you to do it now. And I know that you're not feeling good, and I know that a lot has happened, but we don't have time. So I just need you to be honest with me, okay?
I lean in again, or I'll fix you.
There is still a cloudiness
Sorry.
to his function, his speech. Not just the exhaustion, but the literal magical exhaustion that is happening from this process.
I want to interrupt. I'm going to interrupt you because I'm presuming Johnny hasn't recognized me yet, because he wouldn't, because he hasn't seen me like this.
Right.
And so in an effort to snap him both into being present and awake in this moment, you just see Kaelis's body start to shift and change and grow taller. And so the hair starts to recede back into their head and occupying this more masculine space all of a sudden. Kaelis steps out from behind Ved to very dramatic effect into the eye line of Johnny.
Yeah, so you hear Johnny starting to stutter and stumble through an explanation that is so clearly like all of you, I mean, even Ved's passive insight of 9 or whatever it is.
Smells like bullshit.
It still smells, it already isn't going well for this guy. He's in a very bad way. He has disadvantage on literally any roll he would make to try to deceive you or anything like that. And is partway through saying things like, they took me down here and I had to do things, and and then you step away into the light and he just goes stone faced.
Hey, Johnny.
And there's just a moment of, he doesn't say it out loud, but you almost hear it in his mind being projected so loudly in his brain. Fuck. And is just stunned into silence. Yeah.
I just cross my arms over my chest, kind of cock my head to the side, and give him a little half
Again,
smile.
don't lie to me, Johnny.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I turn around. Kaelis! Where'd you go?
Buckley, smell me. Yeah.
Well, that's a cool trick, too.
That's not new. Anyway.
Cool. Now tell the truth, you little shit. Then I'm going to go stand outside of that thing and post back up as a guard dog.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, none of this was supposed to go down this way. I guess you got me. I mean, I've been trying to make my own thing for a while now, and I was offered the opportunity to come into my own power, and well, this wasn't exactly how it was laid out to me.
Johnny, did you have anything to do with what happened at the funeral?
He can't say it. It's just 1,000-yard stare.
Okay. All right.
He can't look at you. He can't speak. He's staring through the ground.
All right. I need you to tell me exactly who you're working for and exactly what they wanted you to do. And I need you to say it.
I thought they were working for me, to be honest with you. I didn't know how much they really had going on. I was just moving into kind of my own segment of the smuggling and all that stuff, and it was going really well. And this guy here, I mean, he could tell. I mean, what the hell? How did you? I can't think about this right now. It started small, just things going missing, things getting written off the ledger, things getting changed in the reports, and then it felt good to be in charge. I didn't know until I was in my 20s that, it wasn't really dad running anything, wasn't really me and the boys running anything. We're just pawns, and I was tired of it, and I wanted to make something for myself, and then I was asked to do worse and worse things, and then things were held over my head, and then, yeah, and they don't let me back there. That was the first kind of way I found out that maybe I don't really have as much power down here as I thought I did. And as soon as I started to ask questions, he looks at you, Kaelis. Look, I didn't know really what that was, that injection. I don't know how you're still here. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
Sorry? You're sorry I got that injection? You kidnapped me.
Yeah.
You did that first, before anyone else did anything against me.
Yeah. I'm
waiting for you to tell me you didn't know, that you didn't know what you were doing, that you thought that there was something else, but so far all I've heard is that you were completely in control and you knew exactly what was going on.
You told me not to lie to you.
And you wanted us all what, dead?
The specific instruction was removed from the table.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk out of the cage, and I'm gonna say, I think that's it. That's all I needed. When someone harms a family, what we're supposed to do to them, right?
He kind of just looks down.
You're still my brother, and I don't think I have it in me to do that to you, but I can leave you here to rot. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah, you walk away from this cage. There's some crates you can walk out of sight from, so you don't have to be occupying that same space. And then you do see that large stone door that he basically said he was never behind, but you think there might be some puppeteering going on back there.
I think I'm gonna wait to go through the door until, I assume that Kaelis has their own stuff to work out over there, and I don't want to stop them from doing that, but I'm done.
Yeah, so Kaelis, you basically hear, I should kill you, Sicilian necktie style. I should end you, but I can't right now, from B. And you are left here with Johnny and Ved, presumably.
I think I'm more conscious of the choices I'm making because Ved's still here. Just at base. Johnny's still sat on the floor. I'm going to walk over and just crouch down next to him. A little closer than he wants me to be. When I start to see him get uncomfortable, I get a little bit closer. And then I take out the dagger that I have on me. I just start playing with it and fiddling with it. Now, I could kill you. And I think I'd be right to. Because you brought me into this. The thing is, You made me, and killing you now would be too easy. And probably no fucking fun. So, I might come back to this later. We'll see if you're still here when I do. And I get up, and as I'm walking away, I shift back into that form I was in before, that small feminine form, and I leave the room and leave him behind.
We need to make sure the cage is locked.
Okay.
Jed, I mean, without even thinking about it, you can drop an arcane lock on this door and rejoin your friends by this large stone door, which is believed to lead to maybe some answers. What you hear on the other side of the door is just cave sounds, like chittering of maybe, you think rats maybe of some kind.
Is the door itself locked, or is it like if we were to try to open it, would that be a difficult endeavor, or is it just...
Ved's detect magic is still up. There are some wards on this door. It seems like the wards have to do with knowing rather than abjuring. Less about preventing access and more about knowing when it's accessed.
I guess 2 questions. Do we want to remove magic from this door before we go in? And then do we want to go in?
I mean, I think we got it.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm not feeling good.
Sorry, I mean, I guess more physically than emotionally, I think. Yeah, I understand. Well, I don't understand.
You'll get there.
It's a lot of...
I am ready to go in, and I am ready to remove the magic.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
Ved, you can burn it, dispel magic to remove this. It's not higher than 3rd level. You don't have to roll for it. So you can burn that. And you see this enchantment become visible in the moment and then wash away from the door. And Buckley, you being Strunk, helps push through this big door. You see before you a hallway only in that to this point you have been inside and have had what you would describe as hallways. This is more like a tunnel carved out of the natural stone. It's not worked stone the way that the rest of this has been leading through here.
I'll take point.
I just realized, along with my spirit, I also have an aberration, like a mind flayer, because I summoned one. So now I have 2 mind flayer looking.
You have 2 little guys.
Okay.
You have 2 little guys.
I think I would like to have the two little guys go in front, just so that if there happens to be anyone back there, it does appear, if you're not really focusing in, that it's just 2 mind flayers coming into this room ahead of us.
Cool.
I'll hand them some of the actual mind flayers, the ones that killed, their gear. Because the shadow one definitely doesn't have anything.
Yeah,
I don't know if
and the shadow one definitely couldn't wear anything. No, I think it's the illusion that we're allowing you to provide for that includes rudimentary clothing and armor that matches vaguely what they
So
were
it's
wearing.
not swanging.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Just
swanging in the
3 dicks hanging from
the physics on that, the illusion is really good.
Does anyone have anything that could help us be a little bit more obscured, like pass that trace or something like that?
I definitely glow slightly, like my armor, so I probably need to wrap myself in a cloak. I am not stealthy, as they say.
I could make someone invisible. Well,
That's okay. So let's just send the mind flayers.
actually, let's see something.
To be clear, I don't have disadvantage on stealth, but I am not stealthy by nature.
No, I could make all of us invisible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I cast invisibility on everyone.
Sick.
Excellent.
Just 2 mind flayers walking down the
So
hallway.
it's just 2 mind flayers just throwing it up, walking through the hallway.
This is such a cool trick.
It's as if you've cast the mislead spell, which is pretty intense magic, but you literally have reverse engineered it in a different way to go through everything here. As you walk through this tunnel, you begin to hear those sounds get a little bit louder, but not intense in any way. The door opens into a vast cavern. Its high ceiling is lost in the shadow, giving the space an overwhelming sense of depth. Stalactites hang like jagged teeth from the parts of the walls that are angled down enough to be ceilings of a sort before that larger cavern takes over the room. The ground around you is sloping gently, not in a way that you might lose your footing, but just enough to know that If something were to roll, it would potentially roll into this pit. The pit is easily 50 feet wide, its edges crumbling and slightly uneven, revealing glimpses of a dark abyss below. From the depths of the pit, you can hear a faint but persistent chittering sound that echoes eerily through the cavern, hinting at the creatures that dwell within. The walls of the cavern are slick with moisture, reflecting the dim light that filters down from these like torches and various things that are throughout the room. And then there's these bioluminescent fungi clinging to rocky surfaces, casting some sort of strange, sickly glow. The air here is thick and humid. It's as if this cavern is watching.
Is this a gigantic pit that I might recognize?
No, you were just like fully off a cliffside. This is different.
Oh, okay.
This might be a bit of a weird question, but you said that it's as if we're being watched.
It's as if the cavern itself is just waiting for you to do something.
I would like to have my more corporeal mind flayer do a loop and see if it triggers anything, or if there's any sort of response to movement within the space.
As your mind flayer moves about the room, it doesn't seem to trigger or change anything within the room. It's not like walking around tripping tripwires and stuff like that.
Now here's a fun little question. If I sent my specter down the hole, would I be able to know what he saw?
Let's look at Accursed Spectre again.
There's not really much information about communication, or he's got incorporeal movement, so it can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. I'm just assuming that it could jump down without dying from fall damage, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could float down, but there's not really a way for you to communicate with it. It understands all languages it knew in life, but cannot speak.
Okay.
So if you gave it an instruction, then it would be able to carry it out, but it wouldn't be able to communicate back to you.
Is it literate?
Can it write?
Yeah, it can't speak, but can it write?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say it can't hold the pencil. This particular being that you raised from the dead did not have the wherewithal to learn common sign language.
And folks, this is why we need to improve our education systems so that our specters are more capable of passing on useful information.
I mean, okay, hear me out. What if I send it down and then I ask it yes or no questions and it can nod or shake?
I think you look even remotely into the pit and you see there's no world in which you could see it. Oh, you're saying you could have it come back up.
Have it go down, come back up, and then we ask it.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, you can certainly try.
I think I communicate this to the group and I say, shit, is that a crazy idea, or do you think that we could benefit from a bit of a scouting expedition? While, limited scope of understanding, but
I think maybe what we try to do is just stay out of the pit and not find out.
I do think the pit is sort of the focal point of the room. So my guess is that that's where we're going to find some answers.
DM, can I telepathically connect with the specter?
Oh,
no.
Fuck.
You probably could do so with the more corporeal one. Also,
the more corporeal one is a mind flayer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like I should be able to maybe finagle that into working.
Yeah, not only that, but the mind flayer that you have summoned has a fly speed.
DM, am I right in assuming that the pit is the focal point of this room?
Oh yeah, I mean, this room is rounded around the pit. There's 30 feet of ground on either side, and then this 40 to 50 foot pit that it just goes off into nothing.
I can make it so we can fly down, but
okay,
I mean, unless anyone else has a better idea, because I'm not stoked on the whole going into the dark.
Yeah, and you don't think there would be a problem with your Spectre investigating that either.
So I can make us fly, or I can send my Spectre.
Harvey Spectre.
Harvey Spectre.
Yeah, well, Teddy. Teddy. His name's Teddy.
Teddy Spectre.
Teddy Spectre.
Harvey's older brother.
We can name the other one Harvey, the more corporeal one. He can be Harvey. Harvey and
it
Teddy.
feels like that should be Theodore and the other guy should be Harvey. Damn.
One's Harvey, one's Teddy. It doesn't matter which one's which.
I think our safest bet is probably to send one of them down.
Okay, all right. So I'll send
Harvey Spectre.
Ted.
Harv Ted Spectre.
Ted Spectre.
Excellent. So You don't really have a way to know what's going on here, but you do feel magically there is a tether there from the way that you summon this creature into existence, that you bind this spirit to your service in the moment where the corporeal body passes away. And so you feel this magic moving down away from you. And it is a long time, a full 2 minutes of just descending down. This thing has a 50-foot fly speed. It is a good 2 or 3 minutes before you have any change in anything. And you can tell you're still pushing it away from you. In the moment where you think, okay, well, this thing probably has seen something by this point, and you start to pull it away and pull it back up to you, the connection vanishes. And then all of you start to feel the rumbling in the ground.
So I think it might have been a good thing that we didn't go down there.
That chittering starts to get louder.
Is there like a nature check or something we could do to identify the chittering?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not good at nature, but other people could try too, because it's gonna be bad. That was a nat 1. Getting a new dice.
Yeah, could I do animal handling?
I'm gonna say this is nature, not animal handling.
Yes,
You're not.
It seems fair. I figured I'd ask, but yeah, it didn't seem likely. 18.
You hear what you think are rats of some distinction, but a lot of them. The sounds they're making, you don't really like interact with rats all that much, but they are very loud and coming out of that hole.
Before they fully come up,
I would also like to do something.
Is it possible, as we hear this chittering coming up, to do a hypnotic pattern over the top of the hole?
I would allow that.
Okay.
Buckley, what did you want to do?
I want to toot at the top of the hole and fill the whole thing with cloud kill. And release the dog gas. If they want to come out like 10 feet below the top, they've got to come up through a thing which, what's the diameter of the hole?
50 feet. So you put that hypnotic pattern down. You hear this chittering slow a little bit. I'm going to have everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Ved and Kaelis, is there anything you're doing in this split second moment as we enter initiative?
Rolling a natural 1.
Getting into a cool pose.
Cool. Ved?
7.
On a natural 1, that's not the worst thing in the world.
20, dirty.
17.
10.
So this illusion goes up. You hear that chittering start to slow a little bit. And then you hear just like a very ragged, breathy sound coming from below them that is getting louder and louder and louder. You filled the hole with this cloud kill and immediately go ahead and roll damage for me. 29 points of damage. You hear some of these rats like almost making a smaller mouse here sounds that I am not capable of making. And they are falling off the sides of the walls here, but more and more of them are still swarming up even through that cloud kill spell. And then you see it. It starts as this silhouette at first, but you hear a... And as it rises out of this pit, a fully exposed brain, slimy, disgusting, moisture all over its body, and these wings that are not quite skeletal. Rather than skeletal, you're seeing musculature as they push up from this pit. Hovering in the space in front of you is a massive dragon that appears to have exposed brain and tentacles draping off of it. And then you see a couple additional mind flares pop out as well.
Is it hypnotized by my pattern?
It is not. And neither are the two mind flayers.
Okay.
So the rats are in this moment incapacitated, have a speed of 0. And then the mind flayers and the dragon all look directly at you despite your invisibility. They do not regard this other mind flayer that is in this space. You get the sense, magically speaking, that mind flayer is not connected to the hive mind. They know it's not real.
Okay.
Yeah. In that moment, that is going to be the mind flayer's chance to act. They are immediately going to rush into action. There are clearly intruders here, and they expect intruders to be fairly light work, if we're being honest. And they are going to run up to catch 2 of you each in these small cones. I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Remember, you get a +4 to your throws.
11.
23.
35.
26.
Wow, incredible. Kaelis, you are stunned in this moment and you take 22 points of psychic damage.
I'm resistant, so I take half, right?
You take half.
I'm going to use my reaction. I'm going to chrono shift that. So
You can roll again.
yeah.
Oh, that's so much better.
You feel yourself just get locked in mentally and not be able to think for a moment. And then you feel that pulled away from you, the possibility of that happening pulled away from you, and you are clear of mind again.
There's this really dissonant moment where right as you're about to succumb to the magical effect, you finally understood this really, really terrible pun Ved made 3 days ago that didn't make any sense because the context for it happened today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that just kind of distracts you enough to tip you on the other side.
Excellent. If you succeed on this save, you take 0 damage. So all of you take no damage. Nobody is stunned, and these creatures are right in front of you. That is their action and their movement, and they are going to be right there ready for a fight. That is Kaelis Nox. You are up. In the room, you've got these rats coming out of the ground. These mind flayers are right in front of you, and this massive draconic figure is about 30 feet away.
30 feet away, you say. What can I
Over
do?
the pit.
If I'm standing looking out over the pit, how close are the dragon and the 2 mind flayers to each other? Is that quite a distance, or like?
I mean,
how
they are right
grouped?
up on you. I'd say they're about 25, 30 feet away from the dragon. The mind flayers are in your face.
All right, fantastic. I want to try and position myself so that I can use my mind blast on all of them at the same time.
How far of a radius is your mind blast?
It's a 30-foot cone.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You would basically just need to like get between 2 of your friends. Go ahead and make that attack.
All right. So Kaelis wiggles between a couple of you and gets into position. And you almost see, it's not like any sort of light or anything that you would normally see with obvious magic. It's almost sonic. And it shoots out from Kaelis's forehead and ripples out like a droplet that hit the water. And you see a disturbance in the atmosphere, the way heat disturbs the air above a fire, traveling out towards them.
You said Sonic, and I did think the hedgehog.
Also that.
Same.
Sonic the Hedgehog is there. And so
Also there.
18 points of psychic damage.
Cool. So the dragon takes 18 points of damage. 1 passes and 1 fails their save. The dragon itself, although it failed and does not use any sort of inbuilt resistance to it, is immune to the effect of the stun, and therefore is not going to be affected in any other way than the damage. That's going to be the mind flayers. One of them is going to take 18 damage. The other one's going to take nothing. And the one to the right, from the way you guys are looking towards this pit, you see his eyes daze a little bit. Oh, sorry, Kaelis, as a point of order, you did use your Revelation in Flesh to gain the fly speed last time we played. So you do have a fly speed in this moment.
Oh, incredible. So then before I mind blasted them, I levitated into the air.
I do like you do.
Oh, you fly, I fly. You mind blast, I mind blast.
Excellent. Buckley.
Okay. They have passed through the cloud kill, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's no longer that much help at this point. All right. I am going to just start walking towards whichever one is closest to me, but I would like to keep my friends within a relatively close radius because I am also going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
And so looking around and dropping Cloud Kill, I want to quickly assess which of my friends looks the most injured currently.
Everybody looks okay. You're probably actually one of the more injured people.
Then I guess I'll give myself 2d6 healing. Fuck it.
Typical dog to be like,
Yeah.
I gotta help people who are hurt. Me hurt? Oh, me hurt.
Only you're bleeding profusely. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I use my bonus action to give myself 2d6 HP, which was 10. And I'm going to keep my friends within the radius of the Aura of Vitality.
Yeah. Your HP, just for you, Ben, has not dropped below anyone else's hit point maximum yet so far, but you were by far the farthest from your maximum.
Cool. Cool.
So you went, I'm going to be more healthy than everyone here. Actually, I'm already more healthy than everyone here. I'm going to be more healthy than everyone here.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, absolutely.
So you have cast Aura of Vitality. That is your bonus action, I believe, right?
Casting Aura of Vitality is one action.
And then
the my bonus
healing
action is to
aspect
give
of it
myself
is
a
the
quick
bonus
heal.
action. Okay, cool. It's action, bonus action. Any movement?
If one is getting close to melee range with one of my friends, I will just...
They're both right up on you guys.
Perfect. I'm going to interpose myself between one of them and I guess whoever's
you notice
closest.
that one is stunned, so you move to the one to the left
Yeah.
and interpose yourself between the two. That's going to be these rats. I'm going to say one of these swarms of cranium rats, these gross rats that have, once again, these exposed brains. The one of them starts within... No, you dismissed the cloud kill. They just crawl up out of here and swarm in your direction.
Why you do that, Ben? Why you dismiss
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure none of us dies.
And then they are going to make some bite attacks. Each of them just makes a single bite attack. The first one's going to swarm around Buckley. The second set's going to swarm around B and going to go ahead and make some attacks. So against Buckley, that is certainly not going to hit. Against B, that is also certainly not going to hit. But these rats are now swarming around you. They are occupying the same space as you, and they are trying to bite at you. Buckley, your armor itself, they're just not finding any cracks in it to get to you. And then B, you've got this very nice armor that is preventing penetration of these bites. They're like getting hold in the leather of the armor, but they're not actually making any headway to you, the person.
Is B within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm going to slash at those rats.
Cool. Sentinel. Excellent.
Yep.
Go for it.
That certainly hits. 15 on the die with a plus like 1,000,000 to hit.
Just misses. No, just kidding.
Oh, whoa, these rats are
Yeah,
crazy.
these rats have a 35 AC.
So 21 points of damage with 7 of that being radiant.
Cool. Excellent. So you cut in, and it's very difficult to get a large number of them, and you realize the easiest way to do that is to turn your sword to the side and just smash down a couple of times, and the radiant energy that naturally just comes off of your weapon is enough to eliminate several of these. You get the sense that their attacks might be slightly less potent at this point. There are fewer of them, and you're just carving them away from B. And that is going to be the dragon. The dragon, by the way, is immune to psychic damage, which I did not see before, so has taken no damage from anything as of yet. Oh, sorry, has taken damage from the cloud kill. That's the only thing.
What kind of damage does Cloud Kill do?
Poison.
Poison?
Okay.
Yep.
As this draconic creature, this horrifying aberration that is before you, clearly once was a dragon and then basically became Mind Flayer dragon, is going to go ahead and use its breath weapon. And this thing is nasty. So I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws, and the DC is quite high.
Remember, you do get a +4.
Thank you, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna need it too, Holly. 14.
Dirty 20.
36.
23.
So Ved and Buckley save. You take 27 points of psychic damage, and then the other two, B and Kaelis, you take 55 points of psychic damage as this briny, horrid substance comes out of its mouth. Kaelis, you know what this is. You've felt this sensation before. This is the same stuff that was going into those vials. You believe all 4 of you, regardless of whether you made the save or not, would have some very big problems in the next couple days if you were to go down in this fight in some way. And then on that note, that is its action. It's just going to be hovering there and just and just horrid sounds, horrid like viscera coming out of it. It's just not a good time. And that is going to be B. You are now covered in brine breath.
Lovely. B's having a day. So I think 2 things are going to happen that she has not experienced happening before. The first is that as that brine breath comes at her, she locks on and connects with the dragon, and I'm going to use my Hexblade's curse. The second thing is that almost unconsciously, She reaches out towards the dragon, and I need it to make a Constitution saving throw as a black wave emits from my hand towards it.
Excellent. As you're doing that, you do take an additional 16 points of psychic damage, and you needed a Constitution save.
Yes, please.
That's a natural 1. It is going to burn another legendary resistance.
Another, you say?
It is used 2.
Does that mean that it takes half damage, or?
It depends on the spell you're doing.
It's Finger of Death. If it succeeds, it takes half.
Half of 65 is 32.
Plus 6.
38. Excellent.
And that's necrotic. I don't know if that matters.
Is it dead? We kill it? Did we win?
Wild, it's not.
Oh,
I don't know if you believe that or not. Fudging some hit points over here.
I guess I buy it.
All right, so that is this green necrotic energy emanates from your hand, something you've never done before and didn't know you could do, and is now just this tether reaching out to this thing and energy being drained from it. You see it shrugs off some of it, but that's not unsubstantial what you've just done. B, make a Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. So those have a 7.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine?
No, it doesn't. You don't succeed, but there's not a failure effect for that one. You're trying to succeed on something. That's going to be Ved. Go ahead.
Ved's gonna look around this room. So there's the big dragon. There's a couple other mind flayers still, and some rats.
Yeah, there are 2 mind flayers right in front of you, some rats that are swarming around your friends, and then the big dragon.
Yeah, that dragon's the biggest thing Ved's ever seen.
For sure.
And in this moment, I think Ved becomes very present. They carry a staff. It's their arcane focus, but it's just a regular staff. And they'll bonus action slash through the air and create a rip in space-time that will float there. And then whip forward and attack the dragon twice as I cast Blade of Disaster.
Yes! It's one of my favorite spells ever.
Let's go.
I love this shit. Go for it. Make 2 attacks with this gash in space-time.
Yeah, the first one's going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second attack is going to be much lower, 16.
16 just misses, but go ahead and roll with that first. Was it 40, 12?
Yep.
God, I love that spell.
15
Wow.
on 40. Well, 1,
Just
5, 2, 7.
unfortunate. So as you create this rift in time, it's something you've never dealt with before. So as you try to control it with your mind and your arcane ability, you try to make it slash through, and you whiff a little bit on the first one, but the second one strikes true and you gash across the side of this dragon. But you now have this in the space here and are able to work with it. Is that your action and bonus action?
That's my bonus action.
Oh shit! That's just fully a bonus
Just
action.
a bonus
That's
action.
right. Yeah, go ahead. Action time.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did
Blade
you
of
just say?
Disaster is a 9th level bonus action spell,
That's crazy.
and you use it again on your turns as a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm not concentrating on that.
God.
But I'll use my action and my spell driver feat to cast Vortex Warp, and I'm just going to take myself 90 feet away from the group so we're not
Bunched up. Cool. So
Yeah.
you're in another corner of the room. Say if you guys are at 6 o'clock, you're now at 9 o'clock around this pit.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
as far from anybody who looks like they want to swing a sword at me as possible.
Well, no one here is trying to swing a sword at you, so great news. Other things might be a problem.
Oh no. I just thought about the sword problem.
In any case, that is going to be the mind flayers. One is still trying to work their way out of this stun. They're not able to take actions or do anything on this turn. The other one is just going to reach forward and with some tentacles make an attack against, I think Kaelis is the one who did the big mind blast, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna go now. So it's gonna go ahead and attack. That is a natural 20. So yeah, that'll do. And so that's going to be 28 points of psychic damage halved, and you are now grappled.
Was that halved by you or halved by me?
28, then halved to 14. And now I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. You have a +4 to the roll in addition to your modifiers.
Dirty 20.
That will succeed. So you feel it trying to control you in this moment and do to you essentially what you just did to its buddy there and make you inoperable mentally, but you power through it. And that is going to be Kaelis Nox. You are being grappled by this thing, but it is not yet stopping you from doing anything other than move.
Okay, great. I can work with that. So I'm going to target the 2 mind flayers, and I'm going to spend a sorcery point to twin the spell, and I want to cast Firebolt on both of them.
Cool. Both attacks will be at disadvantage because you are currently engaged with this other mind flayer, and those are ranged spell attacks.
That's fine. It's a pretty good bonus. I'll do my best.
Cool. Go for it.
That's a 20.
That's one of them.
I'm assuming they both hit then, because that was a 24.
Excellent. So they both hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
The first one is going to take 19 points of fire damage.
Excellent.
That's way better. And the second one's going to take 25 points of fire damage. So Kaelis will reach out of being grappled to get the palms of their hands free.
Was any of those 4 rolls a natural 20?
No.
Cool. One of them was stunned, so the advantage and disadvantage would cancel out. So if one of them was a crit, I was going to honor that. But 19 to one of them and 25 to the other?
Yeah.
All right, so that is your action. Anything for your bonus action?
I don't have a lot of bonus action stuff that I really need to use. Actually, I'm going to cast Misty Step and move out of being grappled.
Excellent. So you Misty Step, any particular direction you go? Away from Ved, towards Ved?
Can I just split the distance from where I currently am to Ved? Because I'm not trying to get totally out of the game, but also if I could be in between Ved and everything else, that would be cool.
Yeah. Buckley, stop me if I'm wrong, but your paladin aura is 30 feet, right?
That is correct.
And so is your aura of vitality?
Yeah, it is also correct.
Cool. So you can stay just within the edge of that and be splitting the distance between you and Ved.
Cool. That'll work for me.
Which would put Ved at 60 feet away from the main group and 30 feet away from Kaelis. And that's going to be Buckley's turn.
Amazing.
We've got Mind Flayer, who is no longer stunned, had to make a save on their turn to be unstunned. I was doing it like monk stun. Fails the save. So still stunned right next to you. And then the one who is not stunned as well, who's just there causing problems.
So first thing I'm going to do, bonus action, I'm going to toss some healing to Kaelis. It's not terrible. That's 9 points of healing to Kaelis.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I first attack against the stunned one. Is this with advantage?
The stun against stun, yes.
All right, cool. Oh, that's an 18 on the die, which is good because the other was an 8, which would probably still hit, but that'll be 19 points of damage to the stunned one.
Excellent. It is obliterated. You slice it basically head to dick and just in half.
Wonderful. And then I will turn back to the other one and give him a thrashing.
This is the one who was just hurting your friend.
That is correct, yes. So this one's getting smote. So 24 to hit. Delightful. I'm going to use just a second level smite. We're not going to go crazy. 26 points of damage.
Excellent. It is on its last legs, just barely hanging on by a thread, but it realizes it may have made a mistake in this moment of challenging you lot. Not many humanoids of any kind could withstand Mind Blast and no one be affected by it at all. And then fewer still could have that and then an attack that they know they hit very well on and know that they should have been able to incapacitate in some way, and then just you were gone. And then their friend came up and went smack, and their other friend's dead. It's a bad look. That is going to be the rats, and the rats are going to continue to swarm up on Buckley and B. B, does a 17 hit you? Then once again, they are just having a very bad time trying to swarm around you. Exactly. They are not able to penetrate into your armor. Buckley, they can't even find an opening in your armor, and even trying to crawl up you to get to like your neck and your head, they're just not even able to get purchase on this gleaming, perfect armor. They are basically unable to do anything of note, but that is the dragon's turn. First thing we're going to do is we're going to roll. Actually, I'm going to make one of y'all do it. Buckley, roll a d6.
That's a 2.
All right, excellent. It does not recharge its breath weapon. However, it's going to make 4 attacks, and the range on these varies pretty heavily. So it is going to move into that corner and be able to make an individual attack on each of you throughout the room, and is going to go ahead and do that. The bite is going to be on, let's see, who did the worst things to it. I'm going to say that's Ved, so the bite is going to come your way. This is a 21 to hit.
I believe that'll hit.
On a very low roll. And that's going to be 19 points of piercing damage and 11 points of psychic damage.
19 piercing, 11.
So 30
psychic.
total. Yeah. And then you're going to make claw attacks against B and Buckley. That's a nat 20 against B.
I'm going to impose disadvantage.
Cool. It's still going to be then a 15 plus 15 is 30, but it is not a crit. And then Buckley, that's going to be a nat 20 against you.
That's fine.
That is going to be so little damage for what this being can do normally. On the crit against Buckley, that's going to be 16 points of slashing damage. And against B, that's going to be 12 points of slashing damage. And then the tentacle attack is going to lash out at Kaelis in the middle. And that's going to be a 32 to hit.
Yep.
And then that's going to be 15 points of psychic damage. And you are now grappled again, but this time by the dragon, and you don't have to make an additional save. That's going to be B's turn.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my pack weapon. I'm going to attack the rats twice.
There you go.
So that's a 25 and a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit twice.
So that's going to be, let's see, 12 and then 12 points of damage.
What does it actually look like as you use your sword to get these rats off of you?
Oh, I think that I am just slashing through their brains and their skulls and carving out what is giving them life and tossing it to the side. Are they still up or are they...
They're gone. They're gone.
They're gone?
The swarm around you is gone. There's still like a pile of them around Buckley.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to take my action surge.
I thought you might.
And then what I would like to try to do is I'm going to do the dragon. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the dragon.
What do you think those tentacles are for?
30 to hit. And I would also like to use, I have Repelling Blast. If I repel it back into a wall, does it take force damage?
The way Repelling Blast works is it's 10 feet every time you hit. The most it would take is the 2d6 from that.
Okay.
Like from the last bolt. You remember you do have to roll for every hit with Eldritch Blast. So you do need to roll 4 times at 20th level. So you got a 30 on the first one, then you roll 3 more attacks.
The next one is 28 to hit.
That'll do.
The next one is 24 to hit.
That'll do.
The next one is not as good.
What was the number?
13.
Okay.
Sorry, 14. But yeah, that one doesn't hit. So 3 of the 4 hit.
Okay, that's going to be 3d10 plus 15.
Plus, I also, because I have the Hexblade's Curse on
That's
it.
right, so plus 18 more. Right,
Yep.
So it's 3d10 plus 33.
Yeah, 11 plus 33. So
44 points
44,
of damage. That's nothing to sneeze at for a cantrip.
And I've repelled it 30 feet back.
Yeah, it's like kind of towards the back side of the pit at this point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to not be over the pit so that if people want to hit it in melee, they can.
Yeah, it'd be quite a long walk to get to it at this point because it is being repelled and not pulled towards you. But that is still quite a big chunk of damage. And it gives this awful roaring sound as it takes these bolts across its body. Then that's going to be Bed. I can take a guess at what your bonus action is going to be.
Yeah, well, let's start there. So I'll open up with Blade of Disaster. That's going to be a natural 19 on the first one.
Doesn't that crit for Blade of Disaster?
Which crits on Blade of Disaster.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
And Blade of Disaster, when it crits, it doesn't do 8d12. It does 12d12.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, the Blade of Disaster, when you roll a critical hit, you do triple the damage instead of double.
Oh my
That's
god.
insanely OP.
Stop, I can only get so hard. What the fuck?
9th level spell, again, that is concentration and can go away at any given time.
Oh my god.
79 points of force damage on that first attack. How's he looking? Still up?
I mean, he's up, but that just tore a massive gash through his chest area.
Well, let's do it again because that's a natural 20 this time.
No fucking way. Oh, unreal.
All I do is crit.
And that is exactly as much of the song as we can sing without being sued.
It's just DMCA'd.
Oh, interesting. It did a regular crit. Hold on, I gotta add another 40, 12 to that. So
Oh
55
my
plus 35.
God. Incredible.
90.
35. That's so high for 4d12.
Yes.
That's insane.
I'll remind everyone that last round I cast a 9th level spell and did 15 points of damage.
Yeah,
Making up for lost time.
That's true.
That's
That's
the
true.
other side of that.
The dice giveth and the
100%.
dice taketh away.
Dropping
Yes.
100 and what, 70?
It is looking rough.
Yeah.
Sorry, 170 on your bonus action.
Yeah, you still got an action.
169 points on that. Well, with my action, let's do this. Let's...
Mind you,
Yes.
you have not cast a spell, which means you can do whatever the fuck you want with this action.
Yeah. Let's feeble mind somebody. Why not?
Jesus Christ.
No, I'll just do a 3rd level Scorching Ray, and I'm going to fire these off towards the rats that have been bothering B. Are those still
No,
around?
they're gone. There's rats
The
around.
bee
the
rats
house.
are gone. The Buckley rats are still there.
I still have a rat problem.
Then I think at 4th level, that gives me 4 rays. And I don't crit on like 18s and 19s on them. It's just regular ass roll. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it's a swarm of rats. You're looking for a 12.
Now I'm going to roll my 2d6 damage. 4.
Incredible.
Like
4
how the
points of
bonus
damage.
action did so much more than the action did.
Next one will hit for 5. Next one will hit for 10.
There you go. Now we're talking.
We're at 19 total. Ooh, that's a 17 on the dice plus 12 for 5 more points.
I was like, how did you get 17 on 2d6?
Magic.
Yeah, man.
Excellent.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah, this swarm of rats is getting thinned out. You continue to get that sense of it's not going to be as potent if it does finally manage to do anything.
So that's 193 points for my turn.
Okay, cool. That sounds great.
Jump change, what some might say.
Cool. It is just at this point rats, dragons, and barely a mind flayer. And then as a legendary action, the dragon's going to do nothing because it's too far away. Mind flayer's turn. That one is going to make a last ditch effort here. Go ahead and roll a d6, Kaelis.
You got it. Dose.
Excellent.
That's what
Cool.
we wanted.
Nothing fucking happens.
Oh yeah.
It's going to attack Buckley as you're being swarmed by these rats. It comes out and tries to do a tentacle attack against you. That's going to be 19 to hit.
That does not hit.
God damn it. I have not rolled above like a 15 on those attacks except for the
Woof.
crit. That's going to be nothing on that. And that will be Kaelis' turn. You are grappled by a tentacle. You are actually now, you have been brought out over the edge of the pit, essentially. Whether your friends know or not, you're probably fine here because flying.
Right. Okay. And how far am I from my friends?
I would say 40 feet from your friends, and then you're within 15 feet of the dragon because it's holding you in its tentacle.
Incredible. All right. Then I don't have to use a sorcery point. I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance centered on myself.
Excellent. Cool. Awesome. Remind me what I have to do for that. That's
Can you please give me a con save?
Just die about it, Justin.
Too bad.
That's a natural 1.
Incredible.
Okay, so it doesn't take anything right now because it is going to burn a legendary resistance to get rid of that. That is 3. And it doesn't do half on a successful save, I don't think. But it is burning a pretty significant
Okay.
resource to do that.
That's its last one, isn't it?
When Kaelis casts
3.
this glowing green thick smoke, I imagine it is like when smoke is oily like that starts to pour out. It almost comes out from under the sleeves of Kaelis' shirt and it's seeping out of their pores.
Incredible. Disgusting. It can't be invisible, but that doesn't really matter to him right now. So Dragon is going to dig into this wellspring of inborn magic and fight that off for now. That is going to be Buckley's turn. You've got these rats on you. You got a mind flayer in front of you, and then big old dragon.
I'm going to deal with these little guys right here next to me. I'm going to attack the rats first. That's a natural 20.
Yeah,
Do I need to
cool.
roll damage?
No, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
cool. All right, so I'll just stomp on the rats,
Cool.
and then I'm going to turn to the mind flayer next to me, and I'm going to give him a close shave. Well, maybe. Does 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay. All right.
So he's gone. He had an hit point.
Oh, okay, wonderful. I grab the tentacles on its face, I pull it in really close, and then I just take my sword and I pull it across its face and cut all of the tentacles off. And then I'm just gonna bite its throat out.
Cool. Excellent. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very tame, very PG.
Very
I love
demure.
it. Yeah.
And I just turn around to Bia and I grin at her. I'm like, this is great. A handful of tentacles that are still probably writhing, I would assume.
Yeah. So that is going to be the rat's turn. Guess what? They're not going to do anything because they're dead. That is the dragon, and I need B to roll a d6.
Oh no.
Awesome. Cool. And then con
Before
save.
it can do anything, does it have to succeed on my con save?
It's
Before
a
it can do anything to
22.
me? Oh, so it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just
Yeah.
checking.
On,
What if it failed? Then
on
it
a
probably
natural
couldn't hurt
8,
B,
that's a
so-
22.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's a plus 14 con save. So as that happens, you have this sickening energy around it that's not quite hindering it as of yet. On that d6, you rolled a 1. It does not recharge its breath weapon. So it is going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Kaelis, because it has you right there in its grasp.
Oh,
Got it.
also bonus action, I'll toss 2d6 healing to B.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thanks.
That's 9.
That's going to be 23 to hit.
Yep.
And a lot more than that to hit. And so it's going to do 26 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
It's going to make a tentacle attack against Ved as it moves closer to you. And then that's going to be, oh, wow. It may actually miss. That's a 17 to hit.
And this is.
Cool. Misses on the
I was
tentacle attack.
I was like, let me get my reactions ready. Where's my. No.
It's gonna, and now it's going to go ahead and try to bite you. That's going to probably hit on a 22.
A 22 will hit. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. That's going to be 21 points of piercing and psychic damage together.
21 bird.
And it is now right up on you. That is
Don't
going
worry, I
to
can
be
fix that.
its turn.
I'm making a Constitution saving throw to see if I maintain concentration. I do.
And then also, I've been missing things that you guys should have been doing. If everyone can go ahead and give me another con save, or 2 con saves, please. You won't take damage from this, but this is good for you, hopefully.
21.
19 plus, what's it plus?
Let me know if both
23.
of them pass 22, or
Yes.
how many of them are more than 22. Oh,
One of them is more than 22.
So I
Both
had
of
a
mine are.
natural 20 on one, so that passes, and the other one's a 19.
19 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Keep
Oh, I
track
got a
of the
plus
number
4.
of.
They both
Okay.
passed.
Keep track of the number that you've succeeded on.
Is there a goal number?
3.
Well, I've succeeded on 3.
Cool. Awesome. Then that's going to be. You feel this kind of sickness that washed over you. You feel it start to fall away.
Question, DM. Would this be a disease of any kind?
It sure would.
Then I don't have to worry about it at all.
That's B.
I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to give myself steady aim, and then I'm going to...
Can I'm just gonna turn to B as she's ready to do this and be like, can you bring it here instead of pushing it away?
No.
All right. Figured I'd ask.
So 24, nat 20
There you
on my
go.
second. 22. See if I crit. Nope.
So 4 hits, 1 crit.
Yes.
Cool. So that's 5d10 plus 44. Yep.
5d10 plus 44.
God, Eldritch Blast is so fucking good.
20 plus 44.
So
64.
So 64,
64.
yeah. And I'm also going to push it back again to get it away from bed.
What does it look like as you finish this creature?
Fuck yeah. All 4 of these eldritch, I guess the second one is going to be larger in radius than the other 3 were, and it's going to rip a hole through the dragon's chest as it enters. The other 2 bolts are going to go through, and the entirety of the top half of the dragon is rent from the bottom half, and the head falls backwards into the hole, and the body is just left on the edge of the platform.
Excellent. Kaelis, you feel this grip relax on you, and you're not used to the whole being able to fly thing. So for a moment, you feel, oh no, I'm falling into this pit. And then you're like, it's cool. But you
I
get
actually
Oh,
think
and
you
I
see
heal.
Kaelis
Heal.
fall in very dramatically.
Begins
and
to
just-
run towards the edge of the
just
pit.
into the darkness, and then you just hear this, and rises back
And it's
out.
you making blowing sounds because do you get wings? Like, or are you just able to fly?
Oh no, I don't have wings. Okay, so I rise.
You're just
out
making blowing sounds.
I rise out of the pit just like I'm levitating, and I don't make any blowing sounds with my mouth at all. But if anyone is looking at me, you may notice that I am particularly shiny right now, perhaps even glowing from the inside a little bit.
When Kaelis drops, Buckley fully starts to like sprint towards the edge, and seeing you rise up, I'm like, okay.
Well, I thought I was going to have to dive in there.
I will use the remaining 7 turns that I have Aura of Vitality up to just drop some heals on folks. I'll give each of you 4d6 additional healing.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
God, that Blade of Disaster was nasty. This thing
That
had
was so
350
crazy.
hit points.
All right, Ved, take 15.
15 hurt.
Kaelis, take 18.
Thank you.
All right, Bia, take 16. 18. Perfect. And
I also got some healing from the dragon dying because I had put my Hexblade's curse on it.
Cool. So a couple of things become apparent to you in this moment. One, B and Kaelis go ahead and make another con save.
Okay. Do we still have the +4? Oh, I got a nat 20. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to take that +4 from Ben because I've only got a 6 total. So 10?
Essentially, what's happening here is that you feel this infection trying to retake hold in your system. This thing that was gotten rid of by Azara in some way when you died and were brought back, but was not reversed entirely. That process is attempting to start again. You can feel that in your system, and you know that you need something similar to what was given to Johnny outside. But B, you feel this wash away from you.
Perfect.
looking at Kaelis, can I just figure out what's going on by just looking at them?
You see that mucusy sheen start.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk over
the
and put my
sheen
hand
from
on-
being flying, because I also get a mucusy sheen when I fly. So it goes from a sort of like a magical glistening thing, and it almost turns sallow looking.
I'm gonna walk over and just pump 40 points of healing into you.
Oh my god, I feel so much better.
The
Thank
actual
you.
written effect, while infested, a creature takes 16 or 3d10 psychic damage at the start of its turns. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself after it succeeds on 3 of these saves. So literally, you could keep making that save until you go unconscious. If you go unconscious, the infection takes hold, and the moment you gain consciousness again, you are a mind flayer.
Theoretically, could I just stand next to the person and every time they're about to go unconscious, just give them 1 HP to keep them up before they drop?
No, because they would
All right.
go to 0, and your reaction would be to bring it to 1, right?
We're not trying to edge mind flayer transformation.
I'm not trying to edit it.
It'd be cool to know if we could edge a mind flayer.
Yeah, the only way, once they are unconscious, the only way to reverse it is the wish spell.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, it gets real fucked after that.
I'm so tired and out of spell slots at this point. But what I will do very quickly is use my staff to regain 1 spell slot.
Excellent. In this moment, this cavern is now quiet. Make an Arcana check for me, I think would be the best way. Everyone?
Everyone?
I'm really good at these.
16.
You can make an
20.
Arcana or Insight.
22.
Oh, well, shit. Let me roll an insight
Oh.
then. You didn't
Yeah,
say that when I rolled. Actually, the Arcana is better.
23 insight.
22 Arcana.
12 insight. I said I'd go with it. I'll stick with it.
So I have a 12 insight or a 24.
You're all collectively able to determine the things, the limited things you know about mind flayers, magically speaking, is that there is this kind of hive mind aspect of them. You get the sense you just killed the hive mind.
Oh, shit.
Very difficult to know what motivations might have been, especially as its head sinks you very distantly, almost as if you hear a car crash that's a mile from you. Off in the distance, you just hear a splat at the bottom of the pit as the head of this elder brain dragon just bites it.
Do I get the feeling that going down the pit would give us any kind of additional information, answers, or is
possible.
it just... Okay.
It's possible, but you think the problem itself is largely solved here.
Okay.
Buck just listens to that sound echoing up and looks over at Kaelis. Good thing I didn't jump.
And it was a long
down
time
there.
too. It was a good 20, 30 seconds before you heard anything.
I forgot that thing was going.
To be honest, me too. Do we want to? I'm hungry. After
I'm
all
tired. Do we want to like?
Still holding tentacles. I got food.
that is not something I want to put in my stomach
Well, not raw.
or cooked, to be honest.
It seems
And
as
I
though
think
the
you should be Buckley. Don't put that in your mouth, Buckley.
It's a little gamey.
Buckley,
What?
you don't even know what kind of whatever could be in there.
It was a mind flayer. I know exactly where it came from.
I
I
harvested
feel like
it
you
myself.
have.
This is farm to table, baby.
I don't even know what farm to
know.
table means.
I don't
Buckley.
know. Look, listen, this is part of my existence now. I say stuff and I don't know where it came from. I just have general knowledge of things.
Which ones of us could benefit from taking a little nap?
my hand
mean-
goes up.
I
Take
take
first watch.
everybody.
I'm doing all right.
Do we want to?
Wait, do we want to sleep here or do we want to go back into town?
So I can cast Catnap, which will give three of us a 10-minute short rest. So for our Warlock, that means you get all your spell slots back.
Yeah, that would be great.
For your
actually.
sorcerer, that means you get all your sorcery points back.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get my hit points back.
And arcane recovery if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Short rest?
Yeah. I'll post up.
You can keep watch for 10 minutes while your friends take a snooze.
While you guys are resting, I will do Magic Circle. So I'll use another 3rd level spell slot. One or more of the following types: Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, or Undead. Yeah, none of that shit's coming into the circle.
Cool. Excellent.
As we're leaving, I'm just going to tap Ved and just nod towards the lock as Bia leaves and be like, can you, you locked it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Could you unlock it?
Sure. I'll go unlock it.
Thanks. I'm going to walk in and squat down on my haunches right in front of Johnny.
Lunches.
Yeah.
They gonna lick his face?
No, but I'm going to get right up in it. So, got a choice here. You owe your sister, you owe my friend, and now you're going to owe Ved and I. I'm going to let you out on the understanding that you figure out a way to make this up to your sister.
He just looks up at you and looks at the door and just nods.
If you don't, I promise you, you'll wish I'd left you in here to starve to death. Do you understand?
Yeah. I get it.
Okay.
And he's just still 1,000-yard stare.
Okay. And when I say that traveling through all of the different hells, of which I think there are a few, I'm not sure, I'm still working on that, would be preferable, because I can keep you alive for a long, long time. Fix it, or I will break you.
Meanwhile, Kaelis, Teddy, and I are walking ahead, and I'm like, oh, where'd Buckley and Ved go? Hope they're not doing anything I wouldn't approve of. Oh, well.
I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk out, I'm gonna nod to Ved. Okay, I think we can go.
Kaelis, I'll remind you, you haven't seen any of this.
That's what you think.
Bye, bees, brother. Try not to fuck up. I follow Buckley out.
Yeah.
That's the best yes man.
Incredible.
Ben's so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be here.
All right. Anyone do anything else before you leave this place?
I just want to check. I want to go back where the crate area is, and I'll probably have Kaelis just help me make sure that there's not anything super valuable or particularly dangerous or anything like that that we've left behind. I would like to bring as much of that as we can within our carrying capacity with us.
Yeah, for sure. I think you'd find some of those finer spell components. Now you're talking about like the gem stuff and the diamonds and things like that. Some of those finer spell components. You're not really seeing anything of individual note, right? What you are seeing is paperwork that would tie this operation to something that's being stolen, but all of these crates have your family's crest on them, or many of these crates have your family's crest on them.
I think I might take the time to carve my family's crest off of as many of these crates as I can, so that if anyone does ever come back here, my family is not implicated in whatever was going on here.
Yeah. Okay.
As I see her start to do that, I will use the rest of my minute of Blade of Disaster to help.
First of all, I think it would have been gone by now. But second of all, just for fun, I want you to roll an Arcana check to see how you could manipulate this otherworldly magic.
That is a 29 Arcana.
What is really happening with this Blade of Disaster is unmaking, right? You've carved up into the time, you've folded time in on itself to turn it into this blade. And as you drag it essentially across these crates in a way that should not be possible in terms of precision, you essentially reset the faces of these crates to a time before they were stamped with the seal of B's family. These crates, everything in them is the same, but these crates are now what they were before they were marked with that seal. And they are now just a bunch of boxes of arcane shit.
Oh, I didn't think it would work that well. There you go, B.
All right, well, that was quicker than I could have done, so thanks.
I'd like to grab a dozen diamonds of approximately 300 gold
Buckley,
value.
what is your thing with diamonds? This is the second time that we've...
All right, so I
Diamonds
don't
are
know
a
how
dog's best friend.
that's
Diamonds are dogs? That's never what I... Okay.
So I don't know how to describe it exactly because I haven't done it, but I feel like if one of you were to die, I could use a diamond worth a pretty good amount. I don't know really what that means. But then I can bring you back.
This is a good time for me to bring in some of the how I handle spell components and stuff like that, because having a value assigned to something like that is strange, right? So the value is not so much what I'm concerned about. What I would say is that I will allow you to find what you believe to be 4 charges of Revivify worth of diamonds. In terms of the fact that there are a number of spells that use varying quantities of this, let's just call it 1,200 gold worth of diamonds in various forms.
That makes sense to me. Because also, for me to value diamonds is a ludicrous thing. It's a rock, and it's less valuable than these Mind Flayer tentacles to me.
Yeah, these aren't a tasty snack. These will hurt my teeth.
Do we have somewhere where we can go take, say, a long rest?
I can summon my tower.
Oh, well,
The tower could be here also.
Yes.
might I suggest that we
Maybe outside.
we find somewhere to camp for a bit, and then we got the soul coin, right? Which theoretically can bring us where we want to go.
Yeah, that should work for where we're trying to get to.
I would just personally like to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep before we venture to the hells, but that's just me.
A full night's sleep sounds very reasonable.
You guys have done a lot today. You found out a lot of stuff about what was going on cosmically.
Yeah, we haven't rested since we started
you
playing.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be our
This
first
has
long rest
been one
of
day.
the game.
Our
I
first
haven't rested
sleepover.
since before the funeral. I was on the boat, but I haven't actually slept.
Oh,
Sleepover in bed.
So you're having a time.
I'm tired.
Yeah. So as you decide on your next move, where are you trying to go for this? Are you just going to put the tower up in one of the chambers here? Reminder, there are hundreds of people out back the way you came that you bypassed on the way here. So you could,
Probably
maybe
safer in
teleport out of here,
right?
or you could
I should have spell slot left for teleport. Oh yeah, definitely.
you could teleport back to where you kept the boat.
Yeah, let's teleport back to the boat, and then I'll put the tower up in a fashion that in which the boat is encapsulated.
Hell yeah, I love the boat.
Yeah, now you can sleep on boat inside tower if you want.
I will be
Can
doing
we
that.
bring the boat to hell with us?
Unlikely.
Fuck.
Just float it through rivers of fire? Yeah, that can't possibly backfire.
What are the chances that I can turn the boat into a folding boat?
Ooh, that's such an interesting question. I've already granted some magical qualities to this. I know what you're talking about, the little paper boat, basically ship in a bottle kind of vibe. I will ask you to make an Arcana check and see if you think you're capable of that magic.
Mightn't I help?
Sure. You instilled the initial quality of magic into this. So Ved, go ahead and roll.
It's a 16 for a 27.
Yeah, on a 27, you just visualize this boat. And honestly, B, you're looking out at it with them. And for a moment, you almost start to panic as you see the sails start to fold in on themselves. But as this whole thing starts to fold in, it starts to shrink and collapse in on itself in these very geometric patterns that once they fold in on themselves, they almost look like that's what the shape was always meant to be. And then continue to do that and do that and do that until you get this little tiny paper, almost origami-ish folded paper boat.
Hell yeah.
You've basically Rubik's cubed this giant ship into a small boat.
Yeah, I like to think that the somatic component was definitely, it looked like those super speed Rubik's cubers.
Yeah.
But nothing in the hand. And then as it finishes up and it becomes a small paper cube, be like, here you go, B. That should be easier for you to carry around. You seem to really like that.
I love the boat. And you never know. You never know when you're going to need a boat.
I can't make a boat.
Oh, this is just how this is now? This.
I could make a boat. No, I mean, you can unfold that into what it was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me this.
That would be so funny. What a move.
Like, oh, wait, I can carry it around. Oh, no, this is just how it is. I see.
Yeah, I'm completely
attached.
I'm not
I got
even
you a
like,
present. I made your boat completely unusable.
it's not even like a Theseus's gift because I've magically transformed every part of it into a paper cube.
Now it's not even water resistant.
As this boat is collapsed into itself, into this little paper cube, it's handed over to B. You're in the tower Ved has put up. You are able to relax for now, knowing that you have quite a bit ahead of you. As a reminder, the sky is now this reddish hue. It's very dark here, and the sun is kind of haloed around this black spot that is blocking out the sun and following it across the sky. And as sunset begins, you have this very eerie red sunset from the low light that is being presented by this. And you move into night, the first night that didn't feel like it ended from the day before.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Azara's Fist, an amateurish production. You've just heard the voices of Eli Shanks as Kaelis, Katie DeMatteis as Biatrice, Shawn Banerjee as Ved, Ben Martin Mooney as Buckley, and Justin Lane as everyone and everything else. Editing for this episode was done by Ben Martin Mooney and Katie DeMatteis, with sound design by Cy Rutherford using assets from Monument Studios. Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/amateurishproductions for special bonus content, including our immediate reactions to each episode at our free tier and full post-edit talkback episodes at all of our paid tiers. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.